Yo, what's up everyone? I'm here to share something real with you. Something that's been a long time coming. My name's Your Name, and I've been in the game long enough to see both sides of business, both the streets and the corporate world. But what you may not know is that I've been able to navigate this whole thing without spending time in prison, even though I walked that line for a long time. Let me show you how I turned my weaknesses into strengths, and why I know that Nicely United is going to change the game. I grew up in an environment where struggle was common, and survival was key. I've battled addiction, dealt with street culture, and learned the hard way that there's a lot more than meets the eye when it comes to building a business. But I also learned something else, that all these challenges, all the things I went through, gave me insights that most people don't have. Street smarts aren't just about knowing who to trust. They're about seeing opportunities when no one else does. They're about figuring out how to survive and thrive in a world where the rules aren't written in black and white. I took those lessons and turned them into strength, because at the end of the day, if you can hustle on the streets, you can hustle in any business once you understand the game. Now, here's where things get interesting. I've spent time in both worlds, the streets and the legit business world. I've seen how money flows, how deals are made, and how power moves. It's not that different when you break it down. The street game and the corporate game, they both revolve around connections, strategy, and the hustle. The only difference is the framework. On the streets, the stakes are high and the rules aren't always fair. But in business, you can set your own rules once you understand the framework. That's where Nicely United comes in. We're building something that merges the best of both worlds. The street hustle, with the legal frameworks that come with LLCs, holding companies, trusts, and government contracts. We're not just making money, we're building generational wealth, one smart partnership at a time. So, you might be wondering, how did I walk this line without crossing the wrong one? Simple. I learned to stay focused, keep my faith strong, and trust that everything happens for a reason. It wasn't easy, and there were times I almost fell back into old habits. But I stayed true to my vision and my mission, and I used the knowledge I gained from the streets to make better decisions in business. I've never been the type to just follow the crowd. I've always believed that if you really want to make it, you've got to do it your way. And that's exactly what Nicely United is about. Doing things the right way, making moves with integrity, and building something that lasts. So, what's the takeaway here? It doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you end up. And if you're smart, strategic, and focused, you can take your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. Nicely United is proof of that. We're not just building a business, we're building an empire, a legacy. So, if you're ready to build yours, come join us at Nicely United.